Hi Pilgrims, this is Nadine from Nadine Walks, and I'm back to talk about some Camino gear today. So we're going to be highlighting the top 4 items that I wish I had brought along on my first Camino. So I did my first Camino in 2014. I walked the Camino Francés. I went from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to Santiago, and then I continued on to Finisterre. And before this first Camino, as I was preparing, I had to learn a ton about gear. This was the first time I had done anything like this. I had done like a little bit of hiking before, but just day hikes, 2, 3, 4 miles. I had never done anything like long distance walking where I'd walk day after day after day for essentially 500 miles to walk across a country. And so as I was researching gear, I had to pretty much buy everything that I needed for my Camino. And also, as I was preparing, one thing that I kept hearing a lot about was keep your pack weight really light. So try not to bring too much. I had read that, about 10% of your body weight was ideal in terms of how much your pack should weigh. And so I kind of followed that advice to a T. I really sort of researched everything that I would need. I kept it very minimal. I tried not to bring anything extra. I did keep my pack to between about 12 and 13 pounds, including water. And so that was pretty good. I carry a 24-liter pack, and that is on the small side. Now, I walk in the summer, and so I don't need as many layers, and that really helps and kind of enables me to, one, carry a lighter pack and also carry such a small pack. But even with that 24-liter pack for the first Camino, I didn't even have it filled up all the way. I went really minimal. And overall, this is really good advice. The less weight that you're carrying, the easier it is on your body to walk these long distances. For the most part, I was really happy with everything I brought along in that first Camino. And if you want, certainly you can refer to the video that I made, how to pack for a lightweight summer Camino, and I'll link to that video. I also have, and I'll include it below this video, but a link to my blog post where I wrote about my packing list and with links to some of those items. But yes, for the most part, I used just about everything in my pack, so I wasn't carrying extra weight. The problem that I ran into is that I ended up picking up some extra things along the way because I found that there were a few things I didn't bring along that I actually really wanted. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So the number one item I wish I had brought with me on that first Camino was shampoo. Yes. So I had read that in order to cut down on some weight that you're carrying, you could just bring a bar of soap. Soap would work to clean my body, to clean my clothes, and also to clean my hair. And so on that first Camino, and actually every subsequent Camino, I do bring bar soap, and I use Dr. Bronner's. This is actually some liquid Dr. Bronner's soap, but it's sort of this all-purpose soap that is advertised as being able to use to wash clothes, to wash your body, to shave, to wash your hair. So I thought, okay, that'll be perfect. So I carried a bar of soap, and it worked great for cleaning my body when I took a shower, worked great for washing my clothes at the end of every day, but to clean my hair didn't work so great. I think it certainly could for some people, and I know some people do just use bar soap as an all-in-one. But after about 3 or 4 days, my scalp just didn't feel clean. And so I ended up picking up some shampoo as I walked along the Camino. And something like this, this is actually a bit large. This is 3 ounces. This was the only travel shampoo that I had around in my apartment, but you can find little travel sized bottles of shampoo and conditioner, products like that as you go along on the Camino Francés and the more popular routes as well. So that's something that was easy to pick up along the way. But each Camino that I've walked since then, I always bring some shampoo for my hair. So the second item that I wish I had brought along on my first Camino was an outfit to change into in the evenings after I was done walking for the day. And again, in an effort to keep my pack light, I only brought essentially 2 outfits, and they were both hiking outfits. So I brought a pair of hiking pants, hiking shorts, and 2 hiking t-shirts. And I would wear one outfit during the day as I hiked. And then when I get to the albergue, I would take a shower. I would put on the clean outfit, the second hiking outfit, and I would wash what I had worn that day, let it dry overnight. I would sleep in my hiking outfit that I was going to wear the next day so that I would wake up and just kind of start walking in the outfit I had slept in and worn the evening before. And I just rotated those 2 outfits every day. This does work. You don't need an extra outfit to sleep in. But again, after about a week or so, I was just feeling like I really wanted something comfortable to wear in the evenings and to sleep. Sleeping in my hiking outfit worked, but it just wasn't the most comfortable. So when I was in Burgos, I picked up just a really cheap €5 t-shirt. And then when I was in Fromista, I found this really lightweight pair of kind of loungy pants. And again, these were under €10. So I was able to find an outfit to purchase along the way that I could wear in the evenings and at night. And once again, just like the shampoo, the separate outfit for evening wear and to sleep in is something that I brought on every Camino. It doesn't weigh that much. And for me, it's really worth the weight. The third item that I wish I had brought were some clothespins. So this is recommended. Some pilgrims recommend this in their packing list. It's nice to have your own clothespins to hang up your clothing after you wash it at the end of a day. Most albergues have clotheslines where you can hang up your clothes. And again, most of them do have clothespins that you can use. Sometimes though, if you're a little later to wash your clothes, if you arrive sort of after other pilgrims, or if everyone's done their laundry and the clothesline is full, you'll find that the clothespins are completely gone and there's nothing there to secure your clothing with. So I just found that it could be helpful to have my own clothespins that I could use. The only thing with bringing your own is you just have to remember when you're taking your clothes off to grab the clothespins and bring them with you. But again, these are super, super small items. They're very lightweight, and I usually bring about 5 or 6, and it's just a really easy and useful item to have. So that was the third one. And then the fourth item that I kind of wish I had brought on that first Camino, this is a bit of a controversial one, but I was regretting that I hadn't brought along my nicer camera. So I have a DSLR camera. I really love to take photographs, and on my Camino, I take hundreds and hundreds of photographs. And my iPhone, or if you carry a smartphone, you know, that works really well to take photos with. And that's always kind of what I thought, that, okay, I have my phone with me and it's great. It takes good, good video, good photo, it'll be fine. Most of my Caminos, I have just taken my smartphone with me. And that's kind of what you see in my blog. It's what you've seen on these past YouTube videos. All of that's taken with my iPhone. But I think for, someone who really loves photography and who takes so many photos on the Camino, and that's actually a really big part of my travels when I do these long distance walks, is that I love taking photographs and documenting the walk. I found that having a nicer camera with me really kind of enhanced the experience and made it a lot of fun. So I did bring this camera along with me when I walked 2.5 years ago, so the summer of 2019. And I was really happy that I brought it. So of course, the drawback of bringing something like this is it is heavy and it's also kind of bulky. So for me, only carrying a 24-liter pack, I found that it was a little challenging to figure out how to fit everything inside. So often when I walked, I just wore this around my neck for the whole day. If it rained, I did manage to tuck this inside my pack. I didn't want it getting wet, but most days I just carried it across my body as I walked. And the extra weight wasn't such a huge deal, especially carrying it on my body. I just had to get used to it. When it was in my pack, especially, after I'd walked 3-4 days a week, I did get used to the extra weight. But for me personally, this is weight that was worth carrying. Now, this item, I wouldn't necessarily say that I will absolutely bring this on every long walk or Camino that I do. I think it kind of depends if I'm walking a new route. It kind of depends on my feel. The other 3 items, they're so small and easy and lightweight that for me, those other 3, the shampoo, the evening wear, and the clothespins, I'll always bring on a Camino. The camera is sort of my, it's kind of the item that I might bring sometimes, might not, but it definitely after the first Camino, I was wishing that I had this. So those are the items that I wish I had brought on my first Camino. I'd be really curious to hear if you had anything like that. So when you first walked a Camino, was there something you really wish you had brought along that you had intentionally chosen to leave behind? And vice versa, if there is anything that you did bring that you didn't use, I'd love to hear that too. I think, as I continue to do walks, I think as other pilgrims are trying to plan, packing lists are, it's a major consideration, and it's always great to hear about what other pilgrims are doing. doing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that below. You can like the video too. That helps other pilgrims and other viewers find it. And stay tuned with another video coming out soon.